Imagine this. You've spent literally a lifetime building your wealth. And as soon as you're gone, you just watch Uncle Sam and your family fighting over half of it. It's painful, but it's the truth. And it happens every single day. It is the moment when a lifetime of hard work and sacrifice feels like it's for nothing. The estate you painstakingly built over decades can be just consumed, gone. With taxes, with fees, with legal battles. And what if I told you there's a superhero clause that most people overlook? A really powerful financial tool that can protect everything you built and ensure it goes exactly where you want it to go. That tool is life insurance. Stick around and I'll show you in this video how exactly there are 10 really powerful ways to use life insurance policies so that your legacy goes exactly where you want it to, instead of evaporating in taxes, evaporating in probate costs, evaporating in just, I don't know, courtroom drama. This video is all about taking control of your money even after you've written the final chapter. Hey, I'm Jonah here from the Banking Bros, and estate planning sounds like dusty law books and marble columned courthouses, I guess. But at its heart, it's really about love. It's about making sure the people and the causes that you care about most are empowered, not burdened when you're no longer around. A good estate plan is not avoiding death. No one can do that. It's just about ensuring that your life's work continues to serve the people that you love. Today, I'll actually unpack 10 different strategic uses of life insurance inside an estate plan. Some of these are classics. You've heard of them before. Ideas that have just stood the test of time for generations. Those are my favorite because I don't need to reinvent the wheel or try something new. I'll just use the one that worked, right? But some of the others are really cutting edge that we're rolling out for a lot of people or talking to people in this year, 2025, 26, as we move forward. So we'll use some of the latest strategies and financial innovations to your advantage, right? However, by the end of this video, you'll know which idea fits your unique situation, which to just skip, it's not for you, and which to weave into your broader system so that your assets just keep compounding, keep moving, even after the curtain falls. So please understand me, this video is not meant to be a lecture. It's just a masterclass on securing your legacy. So here's my advice. Grab a notebook because you're gonna wanna take notes. We're jumping in with number one. Let's start with a big one, federal estate tax. This is the tax that hits estates above a certain exemption amount. Now, this is a really critical point that far too many people are unaware of. So currently this year, recording this video 2025, the exemption is $13.99 million per individual. But listen closely, this is critical. It's slated to actually drop by half when the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act goes away in 2026. Now, maybe it's a maybe because somebody could continue it, but this is far from guaranteed, I'll say it like that. What this means to you is that millions of people who are not considered super rich will suddenly have a federal estate tax liability. Now, so imagine your inheritors, your children, your spouse, whoever, needs to wire, all of a sudden, the IRS, a massive check inside of 9 months. Where'd they get the money? A family business, a farm, a commercial real estate property, those aren't liquid. If that's what you're passing to them, that's amazing, but they didn't get any money. You can't just sell a farm on a moment's notice and pay the tax bill. So without a plan, your family would be forced to fire sell those assets, right? Sell them at really steep discounts just to pay the tax bill. I think that's garbage. This is where life insurance becomes a superhero. A life insurance death benefit is completely tax-free, giving your heirs cash to pay the bill without having to actually touch the assets themselves. So here's my translation. The farm stays in the family. It doesn't go on Zillow. The family business continues to operate. That means you've got jobs and a legacy that you spent your life building continuing to pass. It's really simple, and it's a really easy solution for a messy and expensive problem. The life insurance policy acts like a private tax-free bank account that your family can access immediately, protecting everything else that you've built. So number one, if you are passing any sort of physical asset, you better be passing a lot of cash also. They are going to get tax bills. Number two, probate. Probate's a word that strikes fear into the hearts of many, and for good reason. It's the legal process of providing a will and administering an estate, and it's not cheap. Probate fees, executor commissions, legal costs can chew up 5 to 10% of an estate's total value. And here's the kicker. These fees are payable long before the house clears title or your stock portfolio is officially transferred. But again, a life insurance policy held outside of the probate estate, think you have properly assigned beneficiaries, or Or maybe you've even got a irrevocable life insurance trust that then drops money directly into the heirs' accounts. It just bypassed the courthouse and the toll booths and whatever else they got going entirely. They get the cash that they need within days or weeks, not months or years, which gives them liquidity to pay the immediate expenses. It allows them to take their time to manage the rest of the estate. It allows them to grieve if they're sad you're gone. And all of that stuff can happen without paying lawyers to unlock money that's already theirs. It is a simple, elegant solution that ensures the legacy you work so hard for doesn't get siphoned off by legal fees and administrative costs. 3, equalizing inheritances. This is actually a classic use of life insurance, and it's all about family harmony. So let's say you own a $3 million company, you've got 2 kids. One of them runs the firm, the other one teaches yoga or something, I don't know. The child who runs the business dedicated their life to it. You want them to have it. It's the legacy that you want to continue, but what about the other kid? The last thing you want is for them to feel slighted or cheated. You love them. Selling half the business to split the value would kill the continuity, right? And it likely destroys the company. It's a lose-lose. So instead, you leave the entire company to the child who's passionate about it, and you equalize the cash for the other via life insurance policies. So that way it's just matched in equity size. It's really simple math. You've got no resentment, you've got no bitter feelings, you've got no issue leaving that legacy, and that legacy just continues to thrive because you've planned for both your business and your children's unique needs. It's not strategy. I mean, it is strategy, but it's really just a relational strategy. It's just love. It's preparing in the future. It's preventing a lifetime of conflict. Number 4, this is a buy-sell agreement. So if you co-own a business, the death benefit could hand your equity to a spouse who knows nothing about operations. And this could create a nightmare scenario for your business partners. They'd be forced to negotiate with someone who doesn't understand the industry or the day-to-day workings of the company, right? You can think about this like in a divorce or something. They divorce and it passes to their spouse. Have you ever done business with that person, and do you want to, right? All of a sudden, this business, which was a source of pride, becomes the biggest source of stress in their life. Let's just be real. So a cross purchase or an entity buy-sell agreement funded by life insurance gives your partners the money to buy your shares instantly. You pass away, they get the life insurance money because you purchased it, and now they have the money to buy out your significant other, your spouse, whoever it is, right? It's amazing. It just guarantees your family receives a fair share, fair market value for your equity position, but it also gives your partners uninterrupted control of your business. It's a win-win. Family's taken care of, business is taken care of. It's a crucial step. So buy-sell agreements. Number 5, seeding a testamentary or a living trust. So here's the thing. Here's how this works. A lump sum inheritance can be a really great thing, but for some, it can be a disaster. If you're passing that money to someone maybe who's got special needs, or maybe has a history of just making terrible financial decisions, or they're in a really fragile marriage, you might not want to hand them a massive lump sum of cash. And this is where a trust comes in. You just aim your death benefit, right? Write it down, but straight into the trust. Maybe it's a special needs trust. Maybe it's a spendthrift trust. Maybe it's a dynasty trust. Anyway, the point is professional trustees manage the payouts over decades, which really helps your heirs from burning through it and the entire sum in just a few short years. So the life insurance policy becomes just the fuel for generational planning. It's insulated from creditors, divorce courts, if you do it right. So please talk to a trust attorney. The trust can be designed to provide for a children's education also, or, grandkids' first home, or to provide a steady stream of income that they just can't squander and get rid of. It's a way to provide your loved ones while still maintaining a level of control and protection. Then we've got 6. It's the charitable legacy amplification. So maybe your legacy isn't about your family, but it's a cause that you deeply care about. You could write a check to a charity today, but those dollars leave your balance sheet immediately. So instead, maybe consider getting a life insurance policy and putting the beneficiary as a foundation or a university. You pay the premiums, which are a fraction of the eventual gift. You lock in an income tax deduction for the gift. That's important. And upon death, the charity receives the big sum, often 5 or 10 times your total out-of-pocket costs. You're leveraging your dollars to create a much bigger impact than you could have otherwise. And I think it's incredibly smart, it's helpful, it's tax efficient, and it's a different way of leaving a lasting mark. You should consider it if that's you. 7, income replacement for a surviving spouse. This one's fun. The financial bridge in the aftermath of death, because the other person, their life didn't stop. So the mortgage payment, the grocery bills, the everyday expenses just keep rolling in. Estate assets which, think like rental properties or stock portfolio, are illiquid a lot of times. They take months to retitle. Meanwhile, the surviving spouse may not have funds that they need. So a personally owned life insurance policy that'll give you the cash immediately within days, that's how life insurance works, often becomes the bridge. It's the income bridge that surviving spouses need so they're not forced into terrible financial decisions or forced into quick decisions. And that gives them breathing room, right? It helps them make financial choices for their future without added stress or a sudden lack of income. Number 8, one of my favorites, you can actually use life insurance for an engineered system that we like to call the save and spend system. It is actually all focused on the living benefits of life insurance. It's a way to use the life insurance while you're alive. So you leverage the cash value for tax advantage loans. You can fund gifting strategies. You can pay long-term care premiums. You can provide loans to family members or business ventures, all without shrinking the eventual death benefit. At death, the remaining death benefit is tax-free, and it turns one asset into a multi-tool that works in all sorts of phases of life. And it's the ultimate expression of using your money for your family, both today and tomorrow. That's my favorite way. That's what we normally teach on the channel. You can watch a video about it here if you like. I'll put it in the comments, but we'll keep going. Number 9, asset protection. We live in a litigious society. That means people sue a lot. Protecting your assets is more important than ever. Many states have really specific laws that shield life insurance values, whether it's cash value or death benefit from creditors. So if you're facing a professional liability, parking wealth inside a properly structured policy puts a fence around it. And that means that you're gonna be able to use it, or your heirs are gonna receive it clean and clear. Now, I'm not talking about hiding money. I'm just talking about being strategic, protecting the wealth that you've legally earned from unforeseen legal challenges, right? Prepare ahead of time. And number 10, very last one, this is a more advanced strategy, I'll tell you, for high net worth families. It's estate freeze or wealth transfers. It's incredibly powerful though, so I want to mention it. High net worth families sometimes freeze the current value of appreciating assets by moving them to heirs now, while simultaneously purchasing life insurance on the parents to cover any potential gift taxes. This way, any future growth accrues inside the taxable estate. At the same time, the liquidity for any tax due is already embedded in the policy, so it's really kind of a double win. It's a really highly sophisticated way to transfer wealth to the next generation in a tax-efficient manner, ensuring that the legacy you built continues to grow without being diminished by taxes. It is a strategic move that requires careful planning, and the rewards can be immense. Anyway, those are 10 powerhouse tactics, but they're not one size fits all. Estate laws vary state to state, your objectives vary, right? Some people have philanthropy objectives, family, business, community, harmony, it's a mix. Any good estate plan is like tailored to your unique circumstances and goals. So your first step isn't just buy a policy. Don't do that. You actually need to clarify your legacy goals, figure out what you want to accomplish, who do you want to protect. Once you have the clarity, you've got to talk to someone who knows what they're doing. Because you might want term or whole life insurance. You might want living benefits now, or you might need it all on the back end. It just depends on what you've got going on. But I think don't let your life's work be undone just because you didn't plan. Be intentional, be proactive, protect your legacy. So if you're ready to see how some of these ideas fit your blueprint, then just hit the link in the description and you schedule a call with our advanced planning team. I'm part of that. I'll be happy to talk to you. I'll help you navigate waters, create a plan that works for you. And if you're just watching the video, then do me a favor. Like it, subscribe, and share this with a relative who's still stuck in the 90s and does not realize that we need to get ahead of this before it gets ahead of us. Peace.